Look at this pool. 3 days ago, this water was crystal clear. You could see every tile on the bottom. Now you can't see your hand 6 inches below the surface. The walls are covered in green slime. It smells like a swamp. The pool company wants $800 to fix it. I'm going to fix it for $2. This bottle right here, you can buy it at any pharmacy in America, any grocery store, any Walmart. It costs less than a cup of coffee, and it does exactly what an $800 pool service does. In some ways, it does it better. But before I show you how, you need to understand why you've never heard this before. Because this isn't new information. This has been sitting in plain sight for over 20 years. And there's a $4 billion industry that needs you to never find out. Let's start with the money you're already losing. The average pool owner in America spends between $300 and $600 every single year on pool chemicals. Tendencia observata, chlorine tablets, shock treatment, algicide, clarifier, pH balancer, stabilizer. That's 6 different products just to keep your water from turning green, and that's before something goes wrong. When something does go wrong, when you come back from a 2-week vacation, when your pump fails for 3 days, when the first heat wave of summer hits and your chlorine burns off faster than you can replace it, your pool turns green, sometimes in 48 hours, sometimes in 72, and when it does, you have 2 options. You call a pool company or you drive to the pool store. The pool company charges between $300 and $800 depending on how bad it is. They show up, dump chemicals in your water, run your pump, come back the next day, and hand you a bill. That's it. That is the entire service. The pool store sells you shock treatment for $15 to $25 a bag, algicide for $15 to $30 a bottle, clarifier for $10 to $20. You're walking out with $50 to $80 in products. You go home, you dump them in, you wait. Now here's the part that should make you angry. The active ingredient in many of those $20 to $40 shock. The pool chemical industry in the United States generates approximately $4 billion every single year. Verifier. That number is built on one compound. Chlorine, chlorine tablets, chlorine shock, chlorine stabilizer, chlorine adjacent products that exist because chlorine creates problems that need more products to fix, chloramines that irritate your eyes, pH swings that need balancers, residues that need clarifiers. It's a closed loop. The solution creates the next problem sells the next product. Every bottle of $2 hydrogen peroxide that fixes a green pool is a $300 pool service call that never gets made. It's a $50 trip to the pool store that never happens. It's an $800 emergency visit that vanishes from the ledger. Now here's where it gets even more interesting. When hydrogen peroxide kills algae in your pool, here's what it leaves behind. Water and oxygen. That's it. H2. O2 breaks down into H2O and O2. No chloramines, no chemical smell, no red eyes, no dry skin, no bleached swimsuits. It oxidizes the algae cells directly, breaks their walls apart, and then it disappears. Chlorine also kills algae, but chlorine leaves chloramines in the water. Chloramines are what cause that sharp pool smell everyone associates with clean water. That smell isn't clean. It's a byproduct of chlorine reacting with organic matter. It irritates eyes, skin, and respiratory passages, and you need additional products to remove it. One compound kills the algae and disappears. The other compound kills the algae and creates a chain of secondary problems that sell more products. If you ran a $4 billion chemical industry, which compound would you promote? The pool stores knew, the chemical manufacturers knew. The information has been sitting in pool forums since the early 2000s. It was never secret, it was just never promoted, because promoting it would cannibalize the core business model of every pool store, every pool service company, and every chemical manufacturer in the country. Before I show you exactly how to do this, the exact dosage, the exact steps, the exact timeline, everything I've covered across this channel, every hack, every hidden fix, every dollar I've saved you is now in one place, my complete guide. The link is in the description. Grab it now. Because people who have this guide never call a pool company again, never overpay at a pool store again, and never get ripped off on a service call again. But stay here, because what comes next is the step-by-step protocol, the live proof, and the one mistake that can... Now, if you're sitting there thinking this only works for people with a small above-ground pool or a hot tub, stay with me, because this works on any residential pool, any size, any level of green. The only thing that changes is the concentration. Here's the protocol. For a light to moderate green pool, you can still partially see the bottom. The water has a green tinge, but it's not opaque. You're using standard 3% hydrogen peroxide from the pharmacy. Step 1. Test your pH with a basic kit. They cost $5 at any pool store or online. You want your pH between 7.0 and 7.4. If it's off, adjust it first. This matters because hydrogen peroxide works best in a slightly acidic to neutral range. Step 2. Turn on your pump and leave it running for 24 hours straight. Circulation is critical. The The hydrogen peroxide needs to reach every corner of the pool. Step 3. Pour 1 to 2 liters of 3% hydrogen peroxide directly into the water in front of your return jets. The jets distribute it throughout the pool. Don't just dump it in one spot, pour it slowly in front of the jets. Verificar dosagem varia por concentração e volume. Step 4. 12 to 24 hours. Don't swim. Don't add anything else. Let the hydrogen peroxide work. Step 5. Check the pool the next morning. The algae will be dead. It turns white or gray and sinks to the bottom in flakes. This is exactly what you want to see. Step 6. Vacuum the bottom. If your system has a vacuum to waste setting, use it. That sends the dead algae straight to the drain instead of recirculating it through your filter. Step 7. Backwash your filter. Step 8. Test the water again. Add chlorine to bring it back to normal maintenance level, between 1 and 3 parts per million. Total active. I'm pouring 1 gallon of food-grade hydrogen peroxide directly into the water with the pump running. Now watch what happens over the next 24 hours. The water goes from dark green to lighter green in the first 6 hours. By hour 12, it's shifting to a cloudy turquoise. By hour 18, you can start to see the bottom. By hour 24, the dead algae has settled in gray flakes on the floor. The water above it is clear. Vacuum the bottom, backwash the filter, and look at this. Same pool, same camera, same angle, crystal clear. You can count every tile on the bottom. The sun is reflecting off the surface, and the total cost of everything you just watched was $22. A homeowner in Texas documented this exact process last summer. His pool turned green while he was on vacation for 10 days. The pool company quoted him $650. He bought a gallon of food-grade hydrogen peroxide online for $19, poured it in with the pump running on a Saturday morning. By Sunday afternoon, the algae was dead on the bottom. He vacuumed it out. His total cost, including the pH test kit, was $24. His savings? $626 on a single treatment. Tendencia observada. Let me put this in perspective. The average pool owner faces a green pool event 1 to 2 times per season. At $300 to $800 per event from a pool company, that's $300 to $1,600 per year in emergency treatments alone. Replace every single one of those calls with hydrogen peroxide, and your annual cost drops to $4 to $50. The savings are between $275 and $1,550 every single year. Drop your state in the comments right now, and if you've ever been quoted more than $300 to fix a green pool, tell us the number. I want to see what pool companies are charging across this country. Your experience is going to save somebody else hundreds of dollars this summer. Hit subscribe because next week I'm going to show you what happens when you open the panel at the bottom of your washing machine, the one that 90% of owners have never touched. There's a filter inside that's been collecting every coin, every hair tie, every piece of debris for years. And when it clogs completely, it triggers a $400 repair call for a problem you can fix in 30 seconds with your bare hands. The internal service manual from 2011 proves the manufacturer knew. You're not going to want to miss that one.